Okay, question number 5. The model was created using 1 centimeter blocks. Victor used their expression to show below to determine the volume in cubic centimeters of the model. 7 times 4 times 6, which expression could also be determining the volume of the model. So let's look at the equation. So we know that the volume or the equation should be length times width times height. It's never going to change for finding volume. So we have a multiplication and we have a multiplication sign here, right? Possibly. We have a multiplication and addition sign here. Not probable that that could possibly be the answer. We have a multiplication and an addition sign here. So that can't be an answer. And then we have an addition and a multiplication symbol here. So that can't be the answer. So when we look at this, we're just substituting. We're doing the associative property, and all they did is move the properties around. Okay? Question number 6. Jim wants to rent 2 storage units. The dimensions of the 2 storage units are shown below. What is the total volume of both storage units? Once again, length times width times height. So I'm going to work with this one. It gives me the dimensions of 10. It gives me the width, which is 10. And then it gives me the height, which is 10. So 10 times 10 times 10. We'll just answer this lightly shaded gray box. So 10 times 10 times 10. This reminds me of exponents in a sense, because what I'm doing is I'm taking 10 to the third, because it's to the third power. So how many zeros should I have? 1, 2, 3. So I have 1, 1, 2, 3. So right now, this cubic unit is 1,000 cubic feet. Oh, sorry, feet, not like centimeters. But it wants to know the total volumes. Let me roll out this 1,000, because that possibly can't be the answer, because that's only to that part right there. And I have 5 times 10 times 10. So I have 10 times 10 times 5. Okay? Let's just do 10 times 10. 10 times 10 is 100. And then I'm going to times that by 5. And you're taking 100 times 5. And you should get 500 feet cubed for this dark gray area. But it wants both of the storage units. So I'm going to take the 1,000 and add it to the 500. And I'm going to get a total of 1,500 feet cubed. So when I look at that, my answer should be D. Okay? I'm not going to mark it so that if you're really listening to me, you won't just be circling either. Stacy's bookshelf measures 48 inches high, 36 inches long, and 24 inches wide. Her brother's bookshelf is half as high, half as long, and half as wide. What is the volume of her brother's bookshelf? So I'm going to circle my numbers here. But then the key word is half. Half as high, half as long, half as wide. And what is the volume? So what I'm going to do, there could be 2 ways to do this. We could find the volume of hers and divide it in 2. Or we could cut everyone in 2 and half right now and then multiply. I'm going to do the latter. I'm going to divide them all in half first. And then I'm going to multiply. So 1/2 of 48, which is the same as 48 divided by 2. 48 divided by 2 is, if you don't know, you should be coming over here and you should be writing your division tables. So take a moment to take 2 divided by 48. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. I subtract. I get 0. Bring down your 8. 2 goes into 8 4 times, leaving me with 24 high. Now I'm going to take the same thing. I'm going to take 36 and I'm going to divide it by 2. If you do not know what 36 divided by 2 is, you're going to come over here and you're going to do the same thing you did before. 2 can go into 3 how many times? 1. 1 times 2 is 2. I subtract. I get 1. I bring down my 6. 2 can go into 16 how many times? 8. So it's 24 times 18. And then I'm taking 24 and I'm going to divide that one by 2. And I know in my head what 24 divided by 2 is. So I'm going to give you a moment to write it down. And you should have gotten 12. So now we're going to take these and we're going to multiply them. And I'm going to just do 24 times 18. So I'm going to write down 24 times 18. 8 times 4. 32. Trade your 3. 8 times 2. 16. 17, 18, 19. What goes here? A 0 because I'm no longer working in this place value. I'm now working in the tens place value. 1 times 4 is 4. And 1 times 2 is 2. And when I do that, I am now going to add 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 4, 13. Trade your 1. 2 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. But Miss Hine, that's not an option. Correct, that's not going to be an option because now I need to multiply that by 12. So I now need to take 432 and I got to times it by 12. And I'm done here working with 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Now I'm over here. I need to add a 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. And 1 times 4 is 4. I'm going to add them together. 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Trade your 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So your answer to this problem should be A. Please make sure you circle A.